made some blood. Wow. And then I have a measuring cup. As promised, this is the beginning of our postpartum hemorrhage series. This, according to the World Health Organization, is still the leading cause of maternal death after childbirth, especially in Sub-Saharan Africa. And this is where Cameroon and Nigeria fall. So how do we define postpartum hemorrhage? Or at what point do we say a lady is bleeding more than she should? Because normally everyone bleeds after delivery. But there is a point where we consider that the bleeding is too much or we need intervention. And that is why I have this with me. Let's consider this to be blood. This is food coloring in water. If you had your baby vaginally, the amount of blood that you are expected to lose is 500 milliliters. And that is half a liter, half of the scope. I'm going to show you that. This is the amount of blood in your entire system. And this is the estimated amount of blood you're expected to lose after having a vaginal delivery. This or less is considered normal bleeding. Anything more than this, we consider that you are having postpartum hemorrhage. You are bleeding more than you should. And if you deliver through cesarean section, it is estimated that you can bleed 1 liter or less. So if you bleed 1 liter, it is still normal. But if you exceed 1 liter, then you are in postpartum hemorrhage. So this is 1 liter. If you had a baby through C-section and this is how much blood you've lost, this is how much blood is left in your system. It also depends on how much blood you had. That is why it is very important to know how much blood you have going into your delivery. And this is usually done during antenatal visits or during doctor's appointments. So if you go for your regular antenatal visit, they check your hemoglobin. And that tells us how much blood you have in your system. If you went into the delivery room with less blood than 4 liters, that already puts you at risk, because anything you lose from what you have, which is already less than the normal quantity, puts you at more risk of bleeding out. If you bleed anything more than this, then we consider that you are already undergoing postpartum hemorrhage. And depending on how much you bleed, it is classified into stages and the management are all different. But this is an emergency and has to be taken care of very seriously by both you as a patient and the healthcare team taking care of you and your caregivers who are in the room with you, because sometimes they discover it before the healthcare staff. That you watched to the end and you now understand what postpartum hemorrhage is. This is a series, so watch out for more videos as we look at risk factors, emergency interventions, and what you should know and how you should prepare for your delivery to ensure that you prevent or are able to manage postpartum hemorrhage properly if it happens.